When they're shooting at you, are they shooting at me? I say again, when they're shooting at you, are they shooting at me? Kevin, my co-pilot gunner, says, "Sir, I know what you're thinking and I agree." Well, what the hell was I thinking? When the guys at the ground confirmed that the Taliban was shooting at me and not them, in that moment I knew what the enemy wanted. You see, they didn't call it an Apache helicopter in Afghanistan. They used names like Monster and Dragon. And this day, they wanted to try and slay a dragon. And I was going to give them the opportunity to try. How do people in extreme situations find the strength to persevere? Was it my equipment? What you're looking at is the AH-64 Apache attack helicopter, the most advanced helicopter in the world. In it, I'm armed with a 30-millimeter cannon, 70-millimeter rockets, Hellfire missiles that can reach out and touch something from 8 kilometers out. I can even fly this aircraft and another aircraft at the same time. This is a work of art. Really, this is actually a work of art that one of my soldiers did, dedicated to such a remarkable machine. But you know, as remarkable as this machine is, I didn't strap this onto my back every time I went into an extreme situation. So when I think about what it means to persevere, I have to think about what perspective I had in these moments. And when I gauge perspective, I think about one question. How do you define success? Right now, some of you are thinking maybe monetary, business, maybe family and relationship goals. I'll tell you my definition of success. Success is a washer and dryer. Yeah, definitely the answer you were expecting for that. I'm kind of a weird guy, I get it. Put this in perspective for you. I grew up not too far from here in Queens, New York City, on the lower rungs of the socioeconomic ladder, which is where I started off. And when I finally graduated from college, the United States Military Academy at West Point, it was finally time to go to flight school and get my own type of place. And by get my own place, I mean find a roommate so I could afford a place. And I got a townhouse in Lower Alabama. And I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not starting off in an apartment, I'm starting with a townhouse. And not only that, this place had amenities. I'm talking central air conditioning. Like, I didn't have air conditioning when I grew up. This was big. And what does every proud man do at that point when they have such pride? I called my mom. And I let her know, hey, you know what? I got a townhouse with central air conditioning that I'm renting with a roommate in Lower Alabama. And she's proud. So proud, she drives over from New York City to come and see this place. And she's getting the grand tour. As she's doing so, we're leaving. She realizes we hadn't gone into one room. She opens it up. It's the laundry room. She sees the washer and dryer. And my mom, tears start coming to her eyes. And she grabs me and she says, "Boy, you made it. You made it, boy." Now, when my roommate reflects on this, he might say that there might have been some waterworks for me, and that's a debatable thing on whether I was crying at that time as an Apache helicopter pilot. But what was I feeling at this point? When I look back at this point, I realized that I was about to do a lot of great things, right? I was about to fly this big rig. I'd go on to command and lead in Afghanistan, command the world's largest attack company, get an MBA, become a strategist, all great things, but I didn't need those things to become a success. My mom just told me I already was a success, and that's a very important perspective for us to keep, especially those that are going to go on to be leaders. That you have had success in your life already. Everyone here has had success already. Whether it was learning to tie your shoes, asking someone out on a date, doing well on a test, you have had measures of success. Don't forget those other rungs on the ladder as you keep going for higher and higher challenges and increasing your responsibilities, increasing what you're striving for. I often get asked, are leaders made or are leaders born? I say they're forged. Leaders forge forward. You're going to have some trials and tribulations in this life. One thing I know about this room is we all have issues. You either have had issues, you're right now going through some issues, or you're about to have some bigger issues come up. That's life. How do you deal with those issues, though? Are you just going to go into these infernos and melt? Or are you going to go into these intense situations, maybe get heated up, and then maybe even get hit with an anvil, with a hammer, but become stronger for it, have some life experiences, gain some empathy, come out a more refined sword, a steel that's worthy of carrying the title of a servant leader. And it was in 2012 that I was in Afghanistan and had to be that servant leader. I had to forge forward. You see, the day started off like any other one, where we took off on a reconnaissance mission. And as we're doing this, suddenly we get the call, troops in contact. The initial report said 120 Taliban insurgents are attacking an outpost of no more than 20 U.S. troops and their allies. So we head over there, and the whole time I'm pulling the guts out of this aircraft, trying to get there as fast as we can to get the job done. And I'm expecting something that's going to be more wide open, right? Like Afghanistan is known for like areas that are more desert environments, open like this. But instead, I find an oasis of trees and thick canopies, and I can't see the good guys or the bad guys. That's not good. My bullets do not discriminate. If I can't see one or the other, I might hit the wrong person. And so I start getting frustrated. And I start getting lower and lower in this whole terrain, trying to see what I can pick out with even my eyes, and suddenly I get a call. Gunmetal, watch out, they're shooting at you. I respond back, Roger, zombies. When they're shooting at me, are they shooting at you? Kevin, my co-pilot gunner, says, sir, I know what you're thinking, and I agree. I'm thinking that they want a shot at the title. That means I'm the perfect distraction. There's chaos on the ground. Every time they key up their mics to talk to us, I can hear gunfire going off. I hear the confusion in their voices. They're separated from each other. They need time to regroup. So I ask him how much time he needs. Guy on the ground says that he needs 60 seconds. I tell him, Roger, zombies, you'll get your 60 seconds. Me and Kevin make sure all of our body armor is still strapped on, armor side panel extended, rifles are locked and loaded, and we bring our aircraft back over to that area where we were just getting shot at, and we slow the aircraft down and present ourselves as a target. They say, gunmetal, they're shooting at you. I say, Roger, zombies, you have 60 seconds, go. And it worked. We weren't a sitting target. We did some juking and jiving, and thankfully not a single round hit the aircraft. It worked so well, we did it twice. This was a 10-and-a-half-hour battle. And when people hear this, they wonder, why in the world did he do that? You guys have some hero complex or something, right? No. Right? Kevin is a married man to Nicole. He has 4 kids, 2 twins that were born just months before our deployment. He's thinking about his family, but he knows he has a family on the ground too, and they're relying on us to get the job done. Because servant leaders know there's always a job to get done. We know that even in dark moments that may feel full of despair, you can still be of service. And that's my challenge to you. You don't need to be in the seat of an Apache helicopter to draw fire and allow others on the ground to get the job done. So go forward like the success you are. Serve others and forge forward.